Good morning. It is dark this morning, even though it's going to be super sunny. It's weird. We're arriving to the end of summer. This is basically how you know summer is ending in Paris. So I thought I would take you around my day with me. I have kind of a busy day today. I'm meeting a lot of friends. I have Pilates. I have lots of catch-ups. Just gonna spend the day running a few errands, and I thought it would be fun if you came with me. One thing, I want to answer a question I got on French Beauty. In particular, I got a question on SkinCeuticals. So someone was asking me if it's cheaper to buy in Paris. Honey, no. No, it is not. Not only that, so the thing about SkinCeuticals is while I lived in the US, I never paid full price for it. Hold on, let me wash my hands real quickly. Okay, so when I lived in the US, I actually used to buy my SkinCeuticals from the derm store. Yes, the derm store. And the reason why was because the derm store, when you bought things from there, you accumulated points, and then you could convert those points into, cash, like cash certificates. So, and then on top of that, every now and then, derm store would send you a mailer, but you have to be subscribed to their mailing list, okay? They would send you this mailer, and they would be having a reduction on SkinCeuticals. So I would use that reduction, and then I would use the points, take the points that I had accumulated from all my other purchases. I did all my skincare purchases at the derm store or Sephora, so that I would, one of the two, both because they have points. But I would take those points, I would convert them into dollars, and then I would use, at the time of the sale, I would be able to like convert my points into dollars and then use those all towards my SkinCeutical purchases. And so as a result, I probably never paid more than maybe $75 for a bottle of the SkinCeuticals vitamin C. So that's how I used to do it. So since living in France, the only way I can get a discount on the SkinCeuticals is if I end up buying, if someone who works at L'Oreal ends up inviting me to the friends and family sale, and then only then if it's part of the friends and family sale. So when this is the last bottle I have that was part of the friends and family sale, and it only cost me 40 euros, and but that's the first time I've been able to get a discount since living in France. So what do I think is better? I always got a discount in the US, so take that for what it's worth. So I've been using this Typology eye contour, and I have been using it for a while. I'm not halfway through the bottle, or maybe I am. But I've been using it for a while. Oops, I put on too much. And I'm gonna be frank, I haven't seen a difference. But I may actually, I may go back to that Caudalie Resveratrol eye stuff, because at first I wasn't sold. Like on the Caudalie, I was not sold at all. But by almost the end of the bottle, I was actually not before the end of the bottle, I was like 100% sold. So I actually may be going back to that Caudalie Resveratrol eye cream, because I did feel like it was working. And this I know I'm not halfway through the bottle, but I feel like I've used enough that I should be seeing some sort of difference. And for me, I'm putting it on a little heavy today because I'm gonna see if maybe with a heavier hand, I see more results. But that's really not how skincare should work. Because with SkinCeuticals, I do like 3 little drops and I get a difference, so whatever. And then I'm using 2 different, so I have my little refrigerator down here, as you know. I'm using 2 moisturizers right now. I got this sample of this Peo hydrating cream, so I've been using that. And a little bit of this goes a long way. I really like this. So I mentioned on, my Instagram and my stories, I was doing my empties, as I always do every month. And someone was talking about, someone sent me a message and was like, I can't believe you use the Dior Prestige. And they were like, because it has, how do you reconcile, using that and, Caudalie, because, the Dior has such, awful ingredients. And I was like, oh, little one. The difference is, this is unfortunate, but a lot of times the products will have different ingredients in the US versus everywhere else in the world. And so the Dior Prestige that I use here in France has actually excellent ingredients. It doesn't have any of the bad stuff because that stuff just isn't allowed in French skincare. So I can use that just like I can use the Caudalie. So for the second cream I did the Story, which I told you guys about already. I took you, I think, to an event that I went to for them. They invited me to. And so I do 2 moisturizers every morning. I love doing moisturizers. And then I do my Gua. And then a little under your eyes always. The little mushrooms, my favorite part of my morning routine. And then we do all that, and then we just let it sit for a moment. So I'm gonna rinse off my hands. All right. And now for our sunscreen. So I'm using, this is my SVR Blur, right? So that's what this is. Normally I always use this one, but then I tried the SVR cream, and I really like that. So I'm actually gonna be switching to that over the Blur. Next up, and then I'm also layering it because, sunscreen protection with the Dior Solar SPF 50. This stuff gives me a tiny bit of a gray tint, but I just rub it in really, really well. But I really like this Dior sunscreen. Let's get our coffee, let's get moving. Okay, I'm about to get on out of here, but I'm going to show you the look. I'm wearing this, this is a linen top. It's just a linen shirt, and it's pink, and I really wanted to do something very bright and colorful. And then I have my yellow Patou skirt on, and then I'm gonna wear my white ancient Greek sandals, which I love, and then carry my white Wandler bag. So that's it. It's a simple outfit. I'm running errands in the morning, I'm meeting with friends in the morning, and then I have to I'm going straight from meeting friends to Pilates, and then after that I'll come back home, and then I'm going out. So I think that this is good, little simple outfit for the morning, because it's not too warm just yet, so I don't want to be totally completely naked in these streets, even though I kind of want to be completely naked in these streets, because it's about to get hot out here, baby. Woo! I just got back from Pilates. I was so hungry. I hadn't eaten. I had to rush and like just grab something fast. And I got my favorite chips. So this brand of chips, called Brett's. And these people make chips in all sorts of flavors. And this one is pomme frite, which is French fries. It's my first time having it. They don't really taste like French fries as much as they taste like cheddar, but it's okay. It hits the spot. So now I'm gonna wash my hair and do my nails, do my toes, chillax a bit, finish cleaning, and then get ready for dinner. I literally have dinner in like 3 hours. Hello, so I've finished my hair. It's drying, and as it dries, it's gonna get more and more like curly, and so it'll be like super curly and cute. Like it's still wet. Not super wet, but pretty wet right now. I use the I use Errands Curl Memory to get the curls really perfect. So I love that, and I'm gonna quickly just give myself a manicure with like my manicurist little kit. So yeah, I'm gonna do this color, this like lavender color. So one of the things I love to do while doing my hair is to watch Star Trek episodes, like Star Trek The Next Generation and Star Trek Voyager. And I just love sci-fi. I mean, call me a nerd, whatever, I don't care. Absolutely love sci-fi. I think sci-fi is just like the coolest thing. And I love the thought of there being like other places, other planets, other worlds, like exploring space, all of that stuff. I just think it sounds so cool. Now, I don't want to go into space because, you know, space is dangerous. But it looks cool. Watching science, I can be like all about the science fiction. Like it's just so cool. So I am a big, you know, nerd in that respect, and so I love to watch it, and I love to watch it particularly when I'm doing my hair. It's like my little pleasure is to watch sci-fi while doing my hair, and normally also while doing my nails too. It's like my moment of my little break. And I think there's something about it, you know, incorporating those, you know, it's August in Paris. I'm looking to take it easy right now, right? Like I'm looking to really kind of wind out, you know, just some of the craziness of the summer and this year and just kind of give myself a little break, because I think that so often we think about burnout as just being something related to work, but I think you can burn out of basically anything, right? Like the saying goes, you know, too much of a good thing, you know, it's never good for you. Like too much of a good thing is bad for you. Completely botched that phrase. So I always try to think of that, and I think that I'm just a little burnt out from the craziness of the year and just kind of feeling like I had to hustle so much this year that I'm really looking forward to having a vacation and just taking a little break. And I really think I need that. So I'm looking forward to just for the next 3 weeks, I'm going to keep it easy. I'm going to keep life simple. Not chaotic, but just simple. And I think I'm going to take some like little small day trips. So, you know, maybe go to Switzerland, go to Geneva, go to Brussels. Just little teeny tiny day trips like around France. around Europe, because so much is so close. I may go to Germany. I've never been to Germany. I always want to go. So yeah, but I'm just looking to take it easy, you know, because I'm tired. It's been a stressful beginning of the year, so I'm a little worn out. Yeah, and I think I need to embrace that. You know, one of the things it's so interesting because, you know, you see Americans and they move here and they're just so surprised and so shocked about, you know, having this so much vacation like the French have it. And I think for us it can be a little bit jarring to kind of take that full time off, because we feel like, you know, we're like in American culture, you know, you're supposed to always be doing something, right? If you're not doing something, you're not accomplishing something. But I really am trying and working on and just trying to get myself to the point where I accept, like, you know what, taking a break, like rest is in fact doing something, right? Like rest does take care of you in a way. So I'm really focused on that, and I'm going to be doing that for myself. And I'm really also like encouraging that for some of my friends as well, because I have a lot of friends who are, you know, they're doing a lot, right? Like either they work remotely, so they work remotely from France, or they just have, you know, life has been demanding, jobs have been demanding, whatever. And so I'm really seeking to just encourage myself, but also encourage them to like take that pause, right? Plus, furthermore, it's August and it's the season of perpetual visitors from America. So, you also get to be like everybody's tour guide, which I don't like to be. I will be frank, I do not like to be tour guides at all. It is not fun to me, but every now and then I do it for people. So yeah. And, you know, one of the things that I've been noticing lately is that a lot of the spots that stay open in August are very much kind of tourist heavy spots. And one of the things I'm noticing is that the moment an American either moves to France or visits France, they become like a Christopher Columbus, and they want to start reporting on every single thing that, you know, they went to and they did. Like, oh, these are like 5 of the best coffee shops to go to in Paris. And so the thing is that when you're here during August and you're a local, you're going to, like, you have to kind of have no choice but to go to most of the tourist spots, and you're like, oh my gosh, there's so many people in here. But then when September comes, those people aren't in your key spots. Yeah, anyway, so I'm just going to try to enjoy this August. I'm going to try to take a chill. I'm going to really try to just slow down a lot and really just take a rest and take a break and not try to do too much, right? Not try to travel, have some big trip, just relax and chill in my own dagnabbit house, which is going to give me a lot of joy. All done. So this is the color. This is how it's looking on my hands. It's Lisa Lila's is the color. And this is like what it comes out looking like. And then I finish it off with this Wheel Vert. It's called green, which directly translates to green oil. And you just put it on your cuticles. And you give it a good massage into the cuticle. Boop. So yeah, anyway, this is it. This is how I'm looking. Let me clean up this mess. I have dinner in, oh my gosh, dinner in 45 minutes. Okay, let me get dressed and ready to go. Okay, so I am off to dinner. This is what I'm wearing. It is this black slip dress. I got it from a brand called Excenso. And the reason I like it is because it is the only slip dress I found that was made for a woman who had curves, who had hips, and so it still falls really nicely. Most of them I found were just cut, like most slip dresses were just cut straight as if you have no hips. So there's no possibility for you to have boobs or hips or anything. They're just like, whoosh. And this one wasn't. It actually, like, clearly someone who knows a woman's body designed this slip dress, because notice there is space for hips. And I'm wearing these shoes because my friend and I, the whole point of this dinner is we're wearing our fancy shoes. So this is the full outfit. And then, wait a second. I need sunglasses. 1 second. These. Oh yeah. Yeah. These Gucci sunglasses have come in incredibly handy. Hold on, let me show you. You can't see the full outfit. Okay, there, now you can see the full outfit. Okay, so here it is. So I'm putting on my little shoes. And I have to get going or I'm gonna be late for dinner. And this is the look. Oh yeah, this is a vibe. This is definitely a vibe. And this is what the vibe is looking like. So, yeah. I changed up the sunglasses. Oh yeah, baby. Yeah. And where did I get these sunglasses? I bought them off Amazon forever ago. Like, notice, it's just, they're random sunglasses. But yeah, now we got the look. Okay, I have to go. I'll talk to you later, because I'm going to be late. Bye! Okay, it's so hot. But I am here, and I made it in my heels, and I did the thing that the French girls never do, which is I changed my shoes on the metro, because you know what? I don't really believe in having mangled feet, so that is what it is. Have you ever woken up from a dream that felt so real, and you woke up from it and you were just like, oh my gosh, I wish that dream had been true? Because I had that last night. I woke up this morning and I literally just thought like, oh my gosh, I wish that dream had been true. It was such a good dream, and I just wished like, oh gosh, I wish that was true. I didn't really realize it until today, or frankly this morning. I've been feeling super restless. Like it took me a while to figure out, it's like, what is the word that expresses how I feel? I've been feeling restless, and I feel now like I'm finally at the point where I'm like, okay, you know what? You do need a vacation. But you don't want to plan your vacation. You want somebody else to plan your vacation for you. And you just literally want to be solely in charge of just showing up. You know? So that is unfortunately where I'm at. I do not have the energy to plan it, but I most definitely need a vacation, and I'm feeling restless, and I had the most wonderful dream, and I woke up this morning and it wasn't true. Nonetheless, I still love when I have great dreams, and I have really great dreams, and I'm also, so I don't know about you, but I'm what do they call them, a lucid dreamer. I'm a lucid dreamer. So when I dream, I know and I'm fully aware of the fact that I'm dreaming. And that's why if I'm having a nightmare, I can actually change it and change the dream and be like, oh no, this is a nightmare. You know, you don't want to have a scary dream. Like, go to your happy place. And my happy place is this place where there's lots of candy and sweets, and I can eat all of them that I want, and that I don't gain any weight. So that's the happy place in my dreams that I go to whenever I start to have a nightmare. But I am a lucid dreamer, so I'm always aware that I am dreaming. And yet, like, when I have a dream that's like, so it's why I think it hits me a lot when I have a dream that's really, really good, that like I kind of wish was real. And then I wake up because I feel very much like I was fully immersed in it, you know. And then there are other times when, you know, our life feels like a dream, and then we wake up and it's still our life, and you're just like, oh my gosh, you know. And that could be good or bad, you know, depending on the circumstance. I want to get ready. I want to get everything cleaned up, and then I need to go to the market, and then I have to go pick up a dress that I have paid for and is literally just sitting in the shop. So yeah, and we're gonna let our hair dry a little bit longer, and so yeah. I have some more stories to tell you, and I'm gonna tell you as I move around, because you have got to hear it. If you remember the story from, I think I told you probably about 6 months ago, I told you about going to my optician and kind of like how he got super into my personal business and my dating life and was all in there. Well, I have a new update for you. So yeah, hold on one sec. Let me wash off my hands and get some stuff moved around, and then I'm gonna tell you. Okay, I'm gonna tell you about the eye doctor. So the eye doctor, the optician, I'm gonna see him. I need some more contacts. I had ordered the contacts, and they arrived the day the shop was closing, so I go to the shop for my contacts. To which we're there, and he's like, oh, have you found anyone new? Now remember how the conversation went the last time. So to try to avoid that happening, I just said, you know, yeah, I did, it's great. Hoping we can move on. Why did I say that? I think that there's no answer I can give on this that will make everything go well. Because then he was like, oh, is he a bon coup? Then he says, I guess he thinks that I don't understand what he said, so then he says it in English. The translation of a bon coup is a word that starts with an F. And so I was like, sure. It's like, oh gosh, here we go again. And then it just goes on and on and on, right? Like all of these questions and, well, you know, what do you think of him? And I'm like, it's just going to be a short-term thing, right? I'm not trying to have it last, like lies and deceit, because I'm just trying to remember, I didn't want to get into the conversation, and so now I'm just trying to get even more out of it, but everything I say just leads to more and more. And so then he starts giving me story after story after story of person he knows who said, you know, they did this, they said this on their dating profile, and that's how they met their partner. They said this on their dating profile, and that's how, and I'm just like, okay. So I dealt with all of that, and he was just like, you know, it's okay for now for you to just have a, you know, a good, and he's like, you know, that's what you probably need. Don't get too emotionally invested in these men. Think about someone who isn't French. And I'm like, oh my gosh, sir, please, can we just let this conversation end? And finally he was like, I was like, okay, well, like, I'm gonna go now, like, thank you for the contacts, like, I'm out. And he goes, okay, so this is 6 months supply of contacts, so then you will be back here in 6 months. So in 6 months, we can talk about it some more. I was like, looking forward to it. I mean, it's just the level of personal information my optician is getting out. I just don't even know how to not end up in the conversation at this point. But yeah. So I ran to the market really quickly because it was about to close and I just needed to get there. And I'm so tired. I'm so sleepy. I'm just exhausted. But someone had corn, you guys. They had corn. Do you know how hard it is to get corn in this darn country? But the problem is they don't let you fully shuck it right there. Like, you gotta, like, take it home and shuck it. So I'm gonna real quickly shuck this corn. They only let you open a little itty bitty bit. And if you are not from America and you don't know what it means to shuck corn, this is shucking corn. And in America, you can do this at the store or at the farmer's market. You don't have, literally, very often there's like a bucket right next to the corn so that you can shuck it right then and there. So, to me, it's just the craziest thing that you can't do that in France. But this is the corn. And the corn isn't the same, like it's not the same color and it's not the same size. Like, you see, this is like a little green at the top. But it's corn. And if you know anything about corn, my gosh, I miss corn. And like, literally, I just told the man, I was like, sir, can I just make sure, I said, sir, I don't know if you do this in France, but in America, we open the corn a little to make sure there aren't any bugs inside of it and there aren't any worms. Can I do that right here? And he was like, sure, you can open it a little. Keyword a little. So for those who English isn't their first language, or at least American English is, it's a head of lettuce and ears of corn. Ears. I also just learned that the word for plum is prune. I wish I had known that that's what the word for it was, because then I would have gotten some plums. But I thought it was prune, like actual prunes. But maybe, are prunes dried plums? I've never liked prunes before. I don't know. Anyway, hopefully tomorrow he'll be at the other market and I can get some plums, because I do really, really like plums. Yet another, there are a whole, like every summer when I lived in the US, I used to eat strawberries and raspberries and blueberries throughout the whole summer, and plums. And here, I feel like the only fruit I can get, it's like I can get strawberries for like a couple months and then they're gone, and they're super expensive. I can get blueberries for a couple months and then they're gone, and they're super expensive. I still don't know where I get the raspberries from, other than getting them from the grocery store. And those, in that place, it's like ridiculously expensive. And then, yeah, plums are one of the things that I used to eat all the time that have disappeared from my diet. Like, it's really interesting that a lot of fruit that is very common in the US is just not common here. And so I don't have it that often, and I miss it. Like, you all, I mean, literally, you have to be a millionaire to have a regular, consistent amount of strawberries in this country. And you only get them for like 3 months. Clearly, I need to go to Italy. Clearly. So I am finally off. And let me show you what I'm wearing. So I'm carrying this basket bag. It is from Longchamp, and I really love this bag. For my dress, it is Saison. It's super old Saison. I've had it forever. It's just a nice, comfortable, easy dress. I'm not trying to get too dressed up today. And then for my shoes, I'm doing my Errands sandals, which are my Errands sandals. And yeah, this works. I'm not trying to like overthink the outfit today because I am tired. My sunglasses, going with my white Zara sunglasses. Normally I really like when my bag and my shoes match, but when I decide for them not to match, I like to bring in multiple colors throughout, and so that's why I'm doing the white sunglasses, because it will tie down to the white shoes. And then of course the shoes have like the brown on them, which ties into the bag. So I get the whole look tied in just how I like it. And for my perfume, I am wearing my Bastide. Wait, hold on, I put it in my purse. Here it is. I'm wearing my Bastide perfume, Rose Olivier, which is my scent of summer. So voila. This is the look. This is what we have. I just want to stay in my house. I'm so tired. I'm so tired. I just want to stay in my house. But I have to go see people and run errands. So I'm going to do that. Wish me the best of luck while I try to go be social. And then I'm going to come back and just lay in my house with all of the windows open. That's going to be my Saturday, is chillaxing. Chillaxing. Bye. So I literally had one of those moments where I walked into my house and was like, I'm not going to leave again. But I'm gonna show you something that I got. I'll have to show it to you tomorrow though, because the sun's about to go out. But I had a message from somebody this morning in the US and they were like, would you be willing to speak on a conference I'm doing later today? And I was like, yes, only because I love this person. So I'm about to sign onto this and get ready and be professional and all of those good and important things. So yeah, let's do this. I was told to look Parisian. Do I look Parisian? Okay, I'm done. The ring light lasted me through the meeting, which is good, but it's starting to get a little bit dark, so I'm gonna pack up. It's 9 o'clock and I already want to go to bed. But the thing is, one of my big philosophies is I never say no. I don't say no when people ask me to speak or something like that. I don't say no because I think that like opportunities, you never know where they can lead and how they can blossom, how they can grow and whatever else. And so I think it's really important just to do that. So, but it's always interesting. And one of the number one things people always ask me about is financial advice because they're like, you moved to Paris. Like, how did you do that? Like, it obviously requires money. And I talk a lot about, I had like a whole system. I didn't even realize I had a system, but I had a system. So anyway, but it's late now. It is now 9 o'clock. It's still sunny, but it's dark in this room. But I'm gonna clean everything up and get ready for bed, steam my clothes because I have church tomorrow. And I'm really tired, And I'm still thinking about my dream. That dream was so good. Okay. Okay, so you remember how yesterday I said I was gonna leave my house and then wasn't like leaving again? So I basically did that, but this is what I left for, was this vintage dress. I got it at one of my favorite vintage stores in Paris. I'm gonna show you how I'm styling it because I'm off to church. So I'm wearing my little Ayed sandals, which you know I got during the soles. And then I'm pairing it with this Ferragamo bag, which really nicely matches these sandals. So I like the fact that I have the purple at the top. Uh-oh, something's sticking to my hair. Okay, so I have the purple at the top and the purple at the bottom. And then I have, of course, my little hat. And then for my sunglasses, I don't know, should I do white sunglasses? So there. This is the look. Oh, I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. It looks so good. And just to give it to you, like, oh, this is so cute. Look, let me show you up close so you can also see. So the belt, I did a little straw belt, and of course I have my little straw hat. So yeah, and here's a close-up of the dress. Oh, love it. All right, bye. Okay, so I swapped out my purse because I wanted the look to feel a little more provincial, so I ended up going with my little long shirt. Same purple color, so it still matches the shoes. And since I already have a gigantic tote bag, I thought I could go with a little bag today. So yeah. Good morning. So this has been an incredibly chill and relaxing weekend. I basically did nothing. And I think it was the best way to start off August in Paris, was to just take it easy, because that really is what August in Paris is all about, is taking it super, super easy. So, yeah, I mean, I really don't have anything else to say. It's about chillaxing. So that is basically what I am going to do for the rest of August. A homegirl is out for the month. She is done. So I hope you have enjoyed this video and just getting to spend the weekend with me. And I will see you again in September. Bye.